just gotta wait for the people to come in. Let me see. Live. Okay. Oh, 2 people. I should have turned off the heat. Hey y'all. Oh, I have to. This was something to. Okay. Oh. Dang, I should have turned off the heat. No. Waiting for the people. I have one person. Hey. I'm gonna wait for like 8 people.
Okay, what's your name?
I can't see their names. Oh, it's so hot in here.
Wait, how do you go? It's supposed to be on there.
3 eyes. Hello, 3 people. Hello.
Who's one person?
Go. Thank you. Oh, they keep leaving. Why do y'all keep leaving? Hello. Once again, if you all like wanna put where you're from, don't be afraid to put that in the comments. Just to you know, break the ice. Oh my god, where everybody at? Hello. Hello. Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Let me see. Is anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Is anyone out there? Knock, knock. I'm so lame. Knock, knock. Who's there? Is anyone out there? Hello. Welcome. Spain. Oh my god. I want to go. 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 Go, Euro. I want to go to Spain so bad. Oh my god. I want to go everywhere. Greetings from Spain. Maria. I love that name. I'm waiting for more people to come. So, let me see. Okay. Sorry if it's a lot of noise. I just want to, show my microphone. Let me move this. I'm all discombobulated. Okay. Go. Gwen Rose. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Araujo was born in 1985, but she wasn't born with that name. She was actually born Edward Araujo Jr. So I want to see what this person looks like. Hold on. Okay, so Gwen. Let me see if I can share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen so we can look. Here we go. So let's look up this individual that I'm talking about in my story. Gwen. There we go. So, okay, so this must have been a popular case because there's so many different pictures. This is what she looks like. Here's another picture of her. So this is going to be our main character for today. Let me see if I can find her as a male. Yeah, my elevator's acting up. I don't know. This could be anybody. Okay, so that is Gwen. So let me stop sharing my screen. There we go. If I snuffle like in your ear, I'm sorry. When he was just 10 months old, Eddie's father disappeared after his parents divorced. Let me pull this down. Eddie spent his early childhood years like a normal kid in the Bay Area of California. He was into baseball, fishing, and camping, but his mother and sister both knew early on that Eddie was different. They didn't understand it, but they knew it. Eddie never had a masculine side. Instead, he was extremely feminine in everything he did. At school, he was ridiculed by many classmates, but despite it all, he was outgoing and had many friends that accepted him for who he was. By the time Eddie was 14, he knew it was time. He couldn't pretend to be a boy any longer. Eddie let his mother know he was transgender and wanted to become a girl. From that point on, she asked to be referred to as Gwen, after her favorite musician, Gwen Stefani. Although Gwen's mother accepted her new identity, she initially refused to call her by her new name. Gwen proudly wore girls' clothes and makeup. Though the bullying at school increased, she still had plenty of friends who accepted her new look. It took immense courage to dress as she did in a suburban town. However, Gwen just felt so natural as a girl. She took such pride in playing the part that someone who had just met her would have a hard time realizing she was born male. Despite the support of her friends, the bullying got worse and worse. As a result, her grades suffered and eventually she dropped out of school. She was an expert at applying her makeup, so much so that many of her female friends regularly asked her to do their makeup for them. She had hopes of going to cosmetology school, moving to Hollywood, and becoming famous. Finding a job proved difficult as well. Sorry. Gwen looked convincingly like a girl. When the name on her job applications didn't match her appearance, she was usually turned down. the time she turned 17, Gwen had planned to begin hormone treatment and undergo surgery to become a woman. Gwen liked to party and, in the late summer of 2002, met several young men that enjoyed the same. Jose and Paul Murrell were two brothers that rented a house in Newark, California, a small residential town midday between San Jose and Oakland, near the south end of the bay. Jose and Paul's house was known as a party house where teenagers and young adults would regularly drink alcohol and smoke marijuana. In late August, my dog, go tell her to be quiet. In late August, Gwen partied with Jose and his friends, Michael, Jerron, and Jason. All four men were in their late teens or early 20s and found 17-year-old Gwen to be an attractive young girl. Albeit with a bit of a deep voice, she drank, smoked pot, and flirted with the young men throughout the night. When she left, Jerron turned to the other men throughout the night. When she left, Jerron turned to the other three, noted her deep voice, and jokingly said, quote, "Could this be a dude?" end quote. All four laughed off the comment and didn't take it seriously. I think they had something to do with her murder. I really do. During subsequent nights, Gwen returned to the house and continued partying and flirting with the young men. One evening, she performed oral sex on Michael. One another night, during an encounter with Jose, she told him she was having her period. She was really portraying like she was a woman, and pushed him away from her genitalia. So she was really portraying like she was a woman when she was really a man. And toward her anus, they had anal sex without Jose realizing she was a man. Oh, that's disgusting. That is not right at all. Jose's older brother Paul had been dating a girl named Nicole Brown, who often partied at the house too. Nicole was a tomboy, a tough girl that liked to fight. She had never lost a fight to another girl until she met Gwen. Toward the end of a night of drinking, Nicole challenged Gwen to give the men in the room a striptease. The young men gathered around, but Gwen wanted no part in it. As Nicole egged her on, the challenge had escalated into hair-pulling shoves and eventually a full-fledged fistfight. In the end, the men pulled them apart, but Gwen had gotten the best of Nicole. Shocked that she received such powerful blows from a girl that was much smaller than her, Nicole told the men, quote, "She fought like a guy," end quote. Oh, my nose. That night was the beginning of much speculation between the four men, Jose, Jerron, and Jason. Over the next 2 weeks, the men debated whether Gwen could actually be a boy. Jose and Michael, both of who had sexual encounters with her, were especially concerned. They questioned their own manhood. The four concluded that if she was indeed male, quote, "something bad could happen," end quote. 2 weeks later, on 2 weeks later, on October 3rd, 2002, the four men were at a nightclub early in the evening. Quote, "I swear, if it's a effing man, I'm gonna kill him. If it's a man, she ain't gonna leave. Jose told the other men. Michael replied, quote, I don't know what I'm gonna do, end quote. Jerron added, quote, whatever you do, make sure you don't make a mess, end quote. Gwen was back at the house, drinking and smoking with Nicole and Jose's brothers, Paul and Emmanuel. When the four young men returned home from the club after midnight, Michael and Jose were obsessed with the possibility that Gwen was Mel. They could think of nothing else. A little after 3:30 a.m., Paul and Nicole were preparing to go to bed in the back bedroom when they heard a commotion in the kitchen. When Nicole came out, she heard Michael confronting Gwen. Quote, this is what she said. Are you a man? Are you a man? And quote, Gwen stood in silence. Nicole encouraged the confrontation and said, quote, why don't one of you guys find out? End quote. Michael's heart raced. He grabbed Gwen by the arm and pushed her into the bathroom. The others waited patiently in the kitchen while Michael and Gwen talked in the bathroom. But Nicole was an instigator. She couldn't wait any longer and went into the bathroom. Gwen was sleepy and drunk, sitting on the bathroom counter when Nicole grabbed Gwen's knees and spread her legs open. Quote, it's a man, oh my God, she screamed. When Jose heard those words, his stomach churned. He started crying and vomiting near the bathroom, while the other three men stormed out the door of the house to smoke cigarettes. Quote, I can't be gay, end quote, Jose repeated over and over. Nicole tried to console him, but he was lost in a world of self-pity. Nicole could see the blood boiling in the other three men and pleaded with them. Quote, let her go, just let her walk out the door, end quote. Feeling a bit of remorse that she encouraged all of this, Nicole went back to the bathroom and told Gwen, quote, you better run as fast as you can, end quote. Gwen ran from the door, but Jerron blocked her path. Michael grabbed her, threw her to the ground, and sat on her chest, oh my God, pinning her down. He screamed at her for a moment, then let her up. Nicole knew something seriously bad was going to happen. Her boyfriend, Paul, was on probation. She knew that if he was involved in anything that was about to happen, he would go back to jail. Nicole ran to the back room, grabbed Paul and his younger brother, Emmanuel, and the three of them left before the situation spun further out of control. Michael yanked down Gwen's skirt to show her genitals, then started punching her in the face. When she fell to the ground, he put her in a chokehold, but Jaren and Jason pulled him off. I know, it's so sad. When Gwen stood up, she said, quote, please don't, I have a family, end quote. But Jose became enraged, grabbed a can of food from the kitchen counter, and struck her in the head with it. Gwen fell to the floor again. Then he took a frying pan from the stove and swung it, hitting her in the head. Emotions were raging all around. Jared and Jason knew what was inevitably going to happen. They're going to kill that bitch. One of them said to the other. The two left the house, went to Jason's house, and returned with a big axe and shovels. They knew they would have a body to dispose of. When Jason and Jaren arrived back at the house, Gwen was still alive and conscious, but bleeding profusely from the head and sitting on the couch. Worried that she would stain the couch, Jose ordered her off. Okay, they just need to stop right there. Don't go no further. Y'all beat her up. Okay. But unfortunately, they're not going to stop. Michael wasn't finished with her yet, though. He grabbed Jason then joined in and started kicking her while Jose continued crying and tried to clean the blood from the couch and carpet. With Gwen unconscious, Michael tied her ankles and wrists with rope and wrapped her in a comforter in an attempt to stop the blood from spreading throughout the house. He then dragged her into the garage. Darren watched as Michael placed a rope around her neck. Michael twisted the rope around her neck. He twisted and twisted until it eventually strangled her. Jason then hit her in the head twice with a shovel. Jason wasn't sure if the strangling on the shovel had killed her, but it was clear Gwen was dead. The men put her body in the back of Michael's pickup truck, smoked cigarettes, and discussed what they should do. All 4 men drove east throughout the night. They drove for 4 hours deep into the El Dorado National Forest and the Sierra Nevada mountains. As the morning light poked over the mountains, they dug a shallow grave. Jose told the authors, "I'm so mad I could still kick her a couple times more. The men put her in the ground, covered her up, and had breakfast at McDonald's on the way home." It wasn't unusual for Gwen to stay out all night, but when she didn't return home on the second night, her mother called police to report her missing. Initially, police didn't take her disappearance seriously. She was transgender. It was known to stay out late. It's hard enough for 2 people to keep a secret, but 7 people knew the secret. Keeping it that way would prove to be impossible. Within 2 days, Jerron Neighbors was noticeably stricken with guilt. He needed to let his secret out. When a friend confronted him about his guilt, he confessed what he and the 3 other men had done. Jason's friend went to police with the information and agreed to wear a wiretap. The friend's next conversation with Jerron was recorded. He incriminated himself and was quickly arrested. On October 15th, 11 days after they buried Gwen, Jerron Neighbors led police to the gravesite. Michael, Jose, and Paul were initially arrested. However, when Nicole Brown and Emmanuel informed police that Paul had left the house before the killing and took no part in the violence, he was released. As Jerron sat in jail, he wrote a letter to his girlfriend. In the letter, he described a, quote, soprano type plan to kill the bitch and get rid of her body, end quote. Well, detectives, however, intercepted the letter, which also implicated Jason, who at the time had only been considered a witness. Jason was subsequently arrested as well. Jerron was the most willing of the 4 to speak to police. After 4 months behind bars, Jerron pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter. The conviction came with an 11-year prison sentence, as long as he agreed to testify against the other 3 during their trial. If he didn't testify, the charge would be changed to murder and his sentence extended. At the trial, the prosecuting attorney referred to Gwen using her birth name, Eddie. He argued that the 3 men had acted as a jury of their own. Quote, the wages of Eddie's sins of deception were death, end quote. Okay, somebody call. At the trial, the prosecuting attorney referred to Gwen using her birth. Okay, I read that already. The defense attorney argued for a defense known as, quote, the gay panic, end quote. He claimed his clients were shocked beyond reason when they realized that they'd had sex with a man. He claimed that California law calls for a charge of manslaughter at most rather than murder. Although Jerron Narbers testified against his friends, he added that he thought that Michael and Jose had been hard. What? Eddie didn't complain with being what he really was. I feel like he forced them into homosexual sex. And my definition of art, which is rape, was being forced into sex. How? They had a choice. When the prosecution asked him how Gwen had forced them, he replied, through deception. After 9 days of deliberation, the jury couldn't decide if the murder was premeditated. Although most of the jury wanted to convict Michael of first-degree murder, I don't think this was premeditated, though. Not at all. I just think they reacted off of their emotions. But at the same time, they did say if they found out that Gwen was a male, then they were going to kill her or him. And that's exactly what they did. Some wanted to acquit the others, ultimately because they could not unanimously decide. The trial ended in a mistrial. Okay, last page. The second trial began more than a year later in May 2005. By that time, Gwen's mother was granted approval to have her name changed, requiring the defense lawyers to refer to her as Gwen rather than Eddie. Also, all three defendants had the charge of hate crime added to their first-degree murder charge. During the second trial, all three defendants blamed each other, including Jerron Narbers. Jose claimed Jerron was the one that hit her in the head with a shovel, while Michael had strangled her. Michael admitted to strangling her, but also said Jerron hit her in the head. After over 3 months of testimony, Michael and Jose were both found guilty of second-degree murder and received a sentence of 15 years to life in prison. On the hate crime charge, they were both found not guilty. The jury, however, was undecided to Jason. To avoid a third trial, he agreed to plead no contest to a lesser charge of manslaughter and was sentenced to just 6 years in prison with credit for the time he had already done. In the years after Gwen's death, her mother suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder and was unable to return to work as a legal assistant. As of 2016, she was homeless. Oh my God. The murder of Gwen, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, resulted in changes in California laws. Good. The change limited the use of gay or trans panic as a defense. Defendants may no longer claim they were provoked to murder a person based on their gender or sexual orientation. By 2016, Jason, Jerron, and Jose, all their names start with a J, had all been released from prison. Michael, they were released. Michael, however, told his parole board that he was not ready to be released in 2016, and his parole was denied. In 2019, he was denied parole a second time. Poor Gwen, if she had just been sincere, yeah, but it's not her fault that she lost her life. I can understand she was afraid of refusal. Yeah, I agree. But Rika, hey, guess the best. Yeah, so this story was sad. I kind of do wish she was upfront with who she really was. Because if people, deny you or they refuse to, if people deny you or they refuse to, entertain you, then that's their loss. That's not your loss. But she did not deserve to die at all. She did not deserve to die. A beating, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. No, a beating, okay. Because you weren't upfront, and it's kind of like misleading somebody, So a beating, maybe. I'm not for violence, but I can understand why someone would beat another person up for not being upfront with who they are. But killing somebody, I don't think so. So, real quick, I just want to show you all the 3 or the 4 men that murdered Gwen. So let me, okay, shift to 7. So let me figure out how to do this. Hold on, y'all. I don't know how to do this. Okay. Let me just share my screen regularly. Oh, let me look up. Because I don't know. Okay. And all 3 of their names started with a J. Alright, let me see. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, okay, so there they are right here. Let's go to this news article. So that's their attorney. That's Jose. That's Michael. And then that's his attorney. That's Jason. That's Gwen. Poor Gwen. But yes, that is them. The same panel deadlocked in favor of second-degree murder conviction on Cazares. So in December, agreed to plead no contest to voluntary manslaughter. The 4 men had known Eddie as Lita and expressed doubts about her gender after a mural in Magician had sex with her in the weeks before the killing, according to trial testimony. They discovered her gender after concerning her in the bathroom during a party at Mara's house in October 2002. Prosecutors said Eddie's killers beat her savagely and strangled her before burying her in a shallow grave in the Sierra foothills east of Placerville in El Dorado County. So, no problem. Okay, so thank you all for watching. I'm gonna try to go live. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to go live every single week, and I do want to. I came up with an idea today that I want to play like a game with you all during my live streams. So I'm going to work on that game, see what I can come up with, and then I'll announce it on my community tab. Do you all have anything else to say before I leave? Thank you so much for watching, for taking the time out your day or night to watch this video, this live. And let me know if you all like me Sign it. Happy fall. Yes, fall is my favorite time of the year. I love fall so much. I love the cold. Oh my gosh. 1:39 a.m. here. Wow. What are you doing up so late? It's 7:40 here. 7:40 p.m. What are you doing up so late? Yes, I love fall. I hate the summer. Oh my god, I can't stand the summer. I can't stand being hot. I love being cold and chill. Yay, yes, my favorite season too. Yes, I love the fall. I love October through no through December. And well, October through January because my birthday is in January. Yes, spooky season. It's spooky season. Look at my microphone. Trying to sleep at your video was perfect timing. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I can't sleep either. My mind goes a mile a minute. I cannot sleep throughout the whole night. I literally have to take like medicine for me, like not medicine, but like Benadryl or NyQuil for me to have a good night rest. If not, I'll be up. Yes, he is. He's right in the next room. He's sleeping. He fell asleep at the perfect time because I was worried. I was like, I don't know how he's gonna act with me live, being live. Um, he's like kind of obsessed with me, of course, because I'm his mommy. So he wants me to hold him all the time. So I was like, he fell asleep while I was doing my makeup, and I was like, yes, that's so perfect. And he's still asleep, which means he's gonna be up. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening or a wonderful night or a wonderful day, whatever time it is where you are. And thank you so much for watching. I'm probably going to go live again next weekend. Also, I like the live readings. Yeah, but the mic audio is not quite as good as your pre-recorded videos. Yeah, but both are good in different ways, so I still really like them. Well, thank you for your honesty. I do agree as well. Watching this playback, like with my first live, I could tell the audio was not good at all. It really wasn't good. But I decided to start doing live just so we can interact, like, you know, with real time instead of always watching a pre-recorded video. I want to interact with my subbies. Yes, the hearts. Okay, so thank you guys. Take care.